you hold on to that special feeling? Was this good for you as it was for me? Well, now it's time to forget all that, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Best of the Best 2. Revenge and violence kick that soul-boasting crap right into the back seat. This movie is about kick-ass violence and machismo. The storyline was given to the world by one Robert Radler. Same guy that shot the first movie, but was more of a hired shooter that came in after it was written. With this one, they gave him just shy of $8 million and let him do whatever he wanted. Genius. This movie comes from a man brave enough to blow up a porta potty. Fire and metal shards raining down on me is one thing, but when you start dropping crap on a man, that's when he starts crying like a babe. A movie so comfortable with its machismo that its opening titles can be pink, and all you can do is sit back in anticipation of its glory. Heavenly Father, I'd like to thank you for this delicious meal, for my family, and for ass-kicking on film. Unfortunately, Jimmy E. Jones doesn't show up in this movie. He showed up with a bad wig and Meteor Man. Why couldn't he do that in this movie?
Look, girls, y'all just gonna have to wait in line.
Introducing Ralph Mueller. Also reads as asses will be fucking kicked red in some foreign markets. This movie opens with the biggest Mr. Universe ever, allowing his henchmen to believe that they are flying him to work, and that they're useful, instead of the fact that he is flying himself there in the awesomeness of his ass-kicking capabilities. He passes this old guy who's twisting the night away, or whatever they called it when he was young.
Lose it. Sorry, Mr. Brackus.
What did I say about guns?
They're unmanly. It won't happen again.
What the hell is your problem? He's gonna switch your eyes and your balls with one punch. How do you forget something that ends with, or Brackus will end your genitals' life? As a child, I was so scared of this big bastard that people within a 6-foot radius of me all shit their pants as well. Even blind people drop bowel when this man walks in a room. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same Mueller from Gladiator, and he's just still alive, and this is where he lives now. Turns out Brackus is the Tyler Durden of this Vegas fight club where... Who else to reign us through this hellfire and destruction than a pop vocalist from the 40s? That's right, ancient boys and girls, Wayne Newton. Who kinda looks like Brack from This Island Earth. Which isn't why they named him Brackus, but subconsciously, I'll just tell myself that. Like I tell myself playing with dolls is okay.
Why don't you come and play here? I'm just sitting on the shelf.
A man who did 2 to 3 shows a night in Vegas, flew his own plane back to LA, shot in a nitrous-filled coliseum, and then even with the flu got back to Vegas to do 2 or more shows. Either he's got as much passion for this film or he's just scared to tell Brackus no. Fact. Brackus ejaculates 18-wheelers. Fact. Wayne Newton ejaculates pixie dust. This set was built in California, not really Vegas, which sucks because this movie was shot during the LA riots. Even the LA riots couldn't diddle with Mueller's on-screen debut. Enter Chris Ryu Penn, who, believe it or not, did study boxing and some kickboxing. He tells Jerry Curlis Mueller that he's a little girly man, and is threatened by Mueller to surpass the other preliminary fighters and get straight into his Mueller ass-kicking. He takes this as an offer instead of a threat and says yes. He also tells him he has a big penis. The next reel of the film is decorated with cinematic gold. That's right, ladies. His breath is a natural pheromone and no woman can deny him his hungers for the flesh. He's Eric Sexy Roberts.
You sexy motherfucker.
Of course, that was Julia's middle name too, so maybe his parents were just weird. Alongside him, returning from the first film, is the great Tommy Lee. No, not that Tommy Lee. They're helping to train Eden Gross for his black belt. They decided to do this in the Valley of Fire, where Indians don't even go after dark because the color never leaves the stones and there are faces in them. That'll man him up. The best thing about this scene isn't that the U.S. karate team is back together again, or that the heartfelt acting, or the cameo by the director's family, but it's the fact that Rocky from Three Ninjas is one of the candidates for his belt.
Awesome!
Unlike Rocky, they give little Roberts a real brick. He hits like Julia Roberts. So Walter breaks his hand instead of the brick, and just to make it harder for him to redeem himself, Tommy reminds him that it's important, and that his tears won't drown the insecurities of the public humiliation that he's feeling. It's not like he was trying to forget that and harness his chi to overcome the odds or anything. Thanks, Tommy. His dad's a judge and he can't get his belt. I bet he's not even Eric Roberts' real son. Movies are fake. They go to dinner and embarrass and humiliate him by attempting to make him feel better about failing. Look how uncomfortable everyone else at the table is while his dad gets drunk on fruity drinks and tells him, "It's alright, you little fucker." And if that's not enough, he mentions his dead wife in front of his new girlfriend, played by... Probably last on my motherly charm list, but once again, I play with dolls. Real life black belt Eden Gross, ladies and gentlemen. Before you say to yourself, who is this whiny little troll, let me tell you who this little fella is. The voice of Chucky.
He said Aunt Maggie was a real bitch and got what she deserved.
And that movie where Alan Thicke is a robot dad and the poster has him sleeping with the mom, that to this day I still think is false advertising. He also did voices on Ren and Stimpy and Tiny Toons.
Goodbye, you sweet little cherubs.
I don't like her.
Try dating her.
He uses his Golden Girl wit to outsmart Eric Roberts into letting him stay at home without a babysitter, at least until Travis shows up. Then he outsmarts Travis with his Tiny Toons wit and gets him to take him to the fight with him. There, they run into Jason Voorhees. No, really, that's Kane Hodder, which is funny because he was the jealous boyfriend in the first movie that Travis battered.
I want him. I want his balls.
I thought you were missing a pair, asshole.
Hey, shut up, Travis.
It's like this movie takes place in some fucked up alternate reality where all these characters forgot they got their asses kicked by each other 5 years prior, and they just go about their business. Does Devon Sawa still make movies in this alternate future? Because that's where I want to live. I miss that foxy beast. Whiskey does pay for anything. He gives that bottle to Eddie Bunker, also a returning cast member from the first film. He's a really good friend of Eric Roberts and is best known for writing a bunch of books in prison and showing up from time to time in movies to add real-life badass to the screen. Just telling people what it was really like to be a tough guy, going to jail, and babysitting for whiskey. Travis Ryu Brickley is replaced by Travis Ken Brickley. He's going to castrate you with fingernail clippings, you know that, right? Travis calls down the thunder, and oh, does he get it, mister. Brackus punches him 17 new assholes and then kills him in front of the kid. It's like Brackus dropped a grin-eating shit and Chris Penn just saw it. The kid escapes Mr. Blue, Jason Voorhees, and ends up on the streets of Vegas in the middle of a peyote flashback montage. This is the best shot in the movie. Beautiful, elegant, inappropriate. I like it. The guy actually checks out his ass as he runs away. What the fuck? Cut to Roberts, drunk. Again. And apparently driving. It's like my parents. Tommy and Eric find out what happened, and they plan on going in there and punching some teeth in half, American style, but Wayne Newton schmoozes them into submission by telling them that their friend went home drunk with a hooker. Oh, that Travis.
You going number 1 or number 2?
Drop dead.
Hey, wait a minute. Robert Radler showed me with Cinematic Gold what happened in there. You can't Jedi mind trick me into...
Darker shame, darling, darker
My grandmother loves that guy so much.
Thank you
believe
for
you.
all the joy.
He's like a little Care Bear. Like Spray Tan Bear or something. I just like it. Our so far passive heroes decide to go look for Travis, which means Tommy goes out and checks one bar, and Rock Me Sexy Roberts sits at home and asks the heir where Travis could be.
Where are you, Travis?
Strangely enough, the heir answers. They find him dumped in a lake, I believe created by Mueller's Fist when he found out that the Conan television show was canceled.
Tommy, we gotta do something.
'Cause baby, it's you. Sha la 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 la. Baby, it's you. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. You should hear what they say about you. Sheets